Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. You know what I told you guys at the end of the day? It's funny how a certain group of people always show up depending on your content and certain subjects. Now, obviously, these people listen to my channel, but they'll make a comment once again when it comes to something that they disagree with, you know, or something that pertains to them. You know, at the end of the day, the Mayonnaise Nation gonna always show who they are. The Powdered Milk Village gonna always reveal themselves no matter what. They love to try to pull these little tricks and these subliminal messages and try to play the boomerang game with black people. But I already told you, once you bring up this subject matter, you already showed your hand. You already showed who you really are. You know, like I said before, it's amazing you got black people fighting against police brutality. They love to try to bring up Chicago and how many people got shot in Chicago. Now, y'all do know a lot of those shootings wasn't by black people. And y'all do know that some of those shootings were orchestrated by the government. So they can have an excuse to come in there and basically declare what most people know it really is martial law. But nice try. But at the end of the day, what part y'all don't understand? I always got ether for y'all white folks. Once you bring up Chicago and all that kind of stuff, you already done showed that you the real racist. So let me get this straight. Black people, according to you, shouldn't care about white people killing black people or cops killing black people because, according to y'all, blacks do it, so it's okay. But here's the fucking difference. A lot of times, blacks end up in jail for a crime they may commit against another black person if the police really cares. See, that's the difference. And another difference is when you have white people, sometimes they ain't even cops killing black people. They holler self-defense, stand your ground, and a lot of times they get away with it. See, the problem is a lot of times these cops are killing blacks for being blacks. But the thing is, guess what happens? They get paid leave, and then 2 weeks later, they get their gun and their badge back, or they get taken off desk duty. See, that's the fucking difference that you guys fail to bring up. See, that's the thing. There's consequences for quote unquote black on black crime because you already know that they love locking black people up. It's easy to railroad a black person in the court system because you figure he don't have the money or the resources to get him good representation to get him out of trouble where most, Mayonnaise Nation members do. So that's the difference. That's why it's called disenfranchised. Look that word up when you guys come with that. Oh yeah, and by the way, fuck Gilly the Kid. Okay? The reason why another black man pulled a gun out on you because at the end of the day, due to the circumstances he's been put under, he's been taught and conditioned to not have no value or respect for another black person or another black person's lives or life. Because sometimes when it is urban city crime, it's multiple people. So please stop it with these so-called 70 shootings in Chicago is just done strictly by black people. Just stop it. Because at the end of the day, Chicago got Latin gangs, they got white gangs. You know what I'm saying? So just stop it. Nice try. Tell the whole damn story. But we know you not. Because we know the Mayonnaise Nation specialize in half-assing it, telling half the story. That's just real talk. People hate to hear the truth, but you finna hear my truth. Since you love to bring up Chicago and black on black crime like you give a damn. What have you done to stop black on black crime, so-called black on black crime? Not a damn thing. You don't give a damn about it. You only want to talk about it when we try to bring the heat on y'all white asses. For the 400 years of oppression that you did and the pain and the suffering you inflicted on us. We tried to distance ourselves from y'all, but y'all wouldn't let us. Everything we tried to build on your own, y'all came and destroyed it. And I'm going to keep reminding y'all of that. So now all of a sudden, I do this video talking about Jonathan Isaac of the Orlando Magic. Okay, he chose not to take a knee. And I said at the end of the day, it's always going to be one that's going to cause division. That's not going to be in unison. But I get it. I understand. Because at the end of the day, we're never on code. We're never on code. Like I told you, it's gonna take decades, maybe a couple of centuries to undo the damage that the mayonnaise nation has inflicted on black people. Now, it's funny, you know, you got white people and some coons going against us talking about black people don't need reparation. But it's funny, you know, white slave owners got reparation when they lost their slaves. Ain't that about a bitch? But you got white people talking about they don't believe in reparation and saying it's not necessary. And then once again, you got certain white people talking about slavery wasn't necessary, even though it wasn't necessary. It was never necessary. So please stop it. At the end of the day, when we gonna start telling the truth that segregation was the worst thing that happened to black people? It really was. Instead of us asking for equality, we beg for acceptance. Oh, please accept us. Please let us go to school with y'all. When what we should have been asking for is, hey, you don't want to be bothered with us? Give us the same resources that you guys have to where we can build our own shit and have our own shit, and we don't have to deal with y'all, period. As long as we have what you have, we all good. But no, they didn't want us to have what they had. And see, that's the definition of white supremacy. That's why there's no damn such thing as no black racism. So please stop it. I told y'all gonna get this ether tonight. All of a sudden, people responding to the video, I talked about Jonathan Isaac, but they talked about, hey, man, hey, leave him alone. He has a right to freedom of expression, freedom of speech. It's his right. Okay, so Colin Kaepernick didn't have that same right? Why was Colin Kaepernick's freedom of expression so terrible? Oh, I get it. Because he was exposing and basically putting the heat on people that wasn't, black. Because we know when we point the finger and put pressure on the mayonnaise nation, then all of a sudden they try to play the boomerang game and try to throw shit back at us. Anything that ever happened to black people, whether it's gang banging, whether it's flooding the drugs in our community, they caused it. Look up the Contras. That was done by our own United States government. Ronald Reagan purposely let the black community get flooded with drugs and guns and all kind of shit. He sacrificed us. Real talk. But nobody wants to talk about that. And then when it was discovered and when it was put out, then all of a sudden, a reporter got the truth. He did his research, then all of a sudden, instead of that being the big story, all of a sudden, Bill Clinton miraculously admits to having an affair with some tool in Monica Lewinsky. It was a distraction. Nice try. Like I said, y'all gonna hear this truth since y'all want to come defending Jonathan Isaac. Like I said, that's real talk. So what's the difference between Colin Kaepernick and him? Oh, I get it, because you white fucks didn't agree with what Colin Kaepernick did. So as long as a black person undermines another black person and goes against another black person, y'all love them. Because y'all want to keep the distraction and the division between the black community. Yeah, I get it. No, but that's why y'all coming defending him. But y'all was nowhere to be found when I was talking about Colin Kaepernick. So once again, why didn't you have why did you have an issue with Colin Kaepernick expressing himself? Please tell me that. Where was that same mentality when Colin Kaepernick was taking a knee? Where was that? Well, he have a right to express himself. He has a right to talk about what's going on. So Colin Kaepernick don't have a right to his opinion because you white fucks don't like it. But Jonathan Isaac do. He have a right to express himself because you agree with him. Because to a certain degree, he's causing division between the black community. Okay. Like I said, man, this was just too easy, man. At the end of the day, man, I love doing this to the mayonnaise nation. I love doing this to y'all. I love ethering y'all. Go ahead and make your comments. Oh, you're a racist. You're a racist. Dude, do you think I care about that? Do you think I lose any sleep worrying about some white dude or some non-black thinking I'm a racist? Okay. Sure. Like I said, I sleep good at night. I sleep very good at night, and I'm going to have a good night's sleep tonight whenever I decide to go to sleep. Once again, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.